As crochet business owners, the months between September and December can be the most exciting, the most profit filled, and the most fun as a business owner. However, they could also be the most stressful, the most anxiety provoking, and the most tear filled of your business season as well. And so today we're going to start a series called Holiday Prep. It's not very creative. Anyway, we're going to be talking about holiday prep for your crochet business. So whether you're a product seller or a designer, we're going to talk you through a couple of different specific categories of getting your shop ready for holiday season. Today, we're going to focus on product line. You might be thinking, yeah, I'm designing an entirely new product line for the holiday season because, I got to launch in order to keep people interested. And I want to tell you that that's not necessarily what you need. Excuse me. Because launching a brand new product line or brand new, like full out line of new designs is going to lead to burnout. And I want you to protect your sanity this holiday season. So that's what we're going to be talking about today on the Crochet Business Chat podcast. Welcome. So welcome to hang around. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff. I do have a free download for you that I will share later. Excuse me. But thank you for being here. If you're watching live, I appreciate you. Put your comments in the comment section and I will be in to connect with you and answer your questions at the end. If you're watching on replay or if you're listening on the podcast, go ahead and leave your comments and I will be back to answer those for you over time. So again, thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, save this video so you can come back to it later. All right, we are starting our holiday prep series. This is part 1 where we're going to be talking about your product line and sort of the myths that people have around product line and what you can do instead to protect your peace during the holiday season and refine your product line so you don't overextend yourself. Sorry, I have my notes. I'm going to try and center them on my screen. And you also maximize your sales. So that's the goal for our chat today. So I have, in many years past, gotten myself to a place of overwhelm and burnout by taking on too many orders too quickly and then having to fulfill those orders. Sorry. I hope I don't lose my voice. Okay. Taking on too many orders, or deciding I'm going to launch. Like I'm going to launch twice a week and I'm going to just keep that excitement going and keep people engaged and get more ad revenue and all of those kinds of things. And all of those strategies just lead to burnout. And I found out there is a way to simplify your strategy that will make all the difference. You'll still make sales. I've always increased my sales, 5 to 10 times every holiday season using this simplified strategy. So let's talk about that. The first strategy is identifying your best sellers of your business and focusing on those. So what I want you to do is to go look at your analytics, see what are your best sellers this year, what have been your best sellers in years past, and highlight those best sellers. Maybe, I keep distracting myself. All right, highlight those best sellers and focus on marketing those, maybe running Etsy ads to those best sellers to keep those in front of an engaged audience. So leverage what you already have going on in your business, leverage what's already working, rather than dumping a whole bunch of new stuff that you don't know how it will engage with your audience. So pick 2 or 3 and focus on really highly marketing those. That's step 1. Step 2 is to create smart bundles. So you can use a strategy called good, better, best, where you offer a single design or a single product, then you offer it as a set, then you offer it as a bundle. So you have these 3 ways of selling, and you offer those price tiers for your audience, and you sort of walk them through the benefits of purchasing the higher priced product because they get a bundle, right? And so they get a smaller discount as they go. But for you, your average sale value is going to increase. And so that's a win-win. Other things you might do as you offer smart bundles is to include gift tags or include gift wrapping. If you're a pattern designer, creating holiday bundles or creating bundles of coordinating patterns is a really great way to utilize what you already have without having to curate a brand new product line. Another thing you can do is add tutorials or printables to increase the perceived value of your patterns or the perceived value of your products. So you could say, like, if you, when you purchase the product, if you say you sell Ami, right? You're selling stuffies. When you purchase your product, you get an additional printable birth certificate. Or if you purchase this hat bundle, you get an additional personalized gift tag or something like that, just to increase that perceived value in a way that doesn't cost you extra time. And so those are ways to, create excitement around those things and help your customers see the value in what you're offering. So these things, like I said, raise your average value per order, and they also simplify the customer choice, because when you're looking at, do I buy a single item, do I buy a set, or do I buy a bundle? I'm looking at the increased value and the increased and the discount that you get on those bundled items just makes it worth it for them to purchase the higher priced product. So like I said, win-win for everybody. All right, step 3 is add a fresh seasonal item or 2. You don't need to create an entire product line to launch during the holiday season. A simple change of colorway might even just do the trick. So take something that you already offer, make it in holiday colors, and offer it again as a new item, right? And creating some marketing around that leverages what's called the new arrival effect. The new arrival effect is a psychological principle where when you use language like now available in this colorway, or refreshed and renewed, or limited edition, or special edition, those kinds of words trigger this psychological principle for your audience where they get excited about that. But if you overuse it, it becomes mundane and it turns off that new arrival principle. So if you're launching like a new product every single week, your customers get burnt out on that sort of high level of energy surrounding your business. So when you take them on a journey of like highs and lows and highs and lows, they're more likely to stay engaged. So, adding 1 or 2 or 3 new items or new ways of offering the same items rather than creating an entire new product line could be really helpful for keeping your audience engaged and keeping them excited without adding extra work to your plate. All right. All right, step 4. Let me click on that. Step 4 is to set limits and capacity goals. So calculate the max number of orders you can fulfill a week and use caps and limited availability in your shop. So I will tell you, I've had seasons where my sales outpaced my capacity and I ended up having to hire contract crocheters to help me fulfill orders. If that starts to happen to you, I want to tell you, increase your prices immediately and extend your processing times, because we want to under promise and over deliver. So if you're promising a 2-day turnaround time for your orders and then you end up with 15 orders for hats, you're not going to be able to fulfill those orders in time. So we want to be sure that we have that capacity covered for you. So being smart about the strategies you're using to limit sales, maybe by increasing profits, maybe by hiring someone. I'm not increasing profits, increasing price, maybe by hiring someone to help you fulfill orders, or extending out your fulfillment time could be really helpful for you. For designers, set a content cadence rather than I'm going to just pump out as many patterns as I can. Think about, this is what I'm doing: a pattern launch, a pattern refresh, a pattern roundup, a pattern launch, a pattern refresh, a pattern roundup. So it's not all brand new patterns that you're having to market. So you can refresh what you already have and keep it sustainable for yourself over the course of the holiday season. Our goal is to help you avoid burnout. It's better to underpromise than overdeliver. That was my next note. I already said it though. So, all right. So recap: bestsellers. Look at your bestsellers and market the heck out of those, right? Make them front and center. Make them featured product. Make them the things you advertise the most. Make those the things that you refresh and like come out with a new colorway for, or a new way of presenting those things. Bundles, I might sneeze. Bundles will help you increase your average product order value and excuse me. Gosh. And then those 1 or 2 or 3 seasonal additions that you add on just to increase that customer excitement. All right. And of course, capacity planning. So those are the 4 steps I want you to look at as you're looking at building out your product line for the holiday season. If you need more tips on product line, I will link some other resources in the description. I didn't link them already because I didn't think about it until we were just talking. So I will link those below. I have blog posts about building out your product line. If you don't already have a product line built out, you can look at that, where it talks about that tiered pricing model, and it talks about improving your perceived value. I also have a couple of classes on product line if you want to deep dive. So I'll link those below. But I also have for you a holiday prep checklist that you can download for free and walk you through getting your shop ready for the holiday season. Etsy also has some resources available to you that will share specific steps to take in your Etsy shop to prepare for the holiday season. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel. They, go to the original source for that kind of stuff. I'm just giving you strategy. I'm sorry if you hear my dog choking. This is his new thing that he does while I'm on video. All right. Be sure to tune in next week when we go to part 2 of our holiday prep series, where we're going to be talking about creating holiday listings that sell. So tweaks that you can make to your existing listings to ensure that they're optimized for search and optimized for sales. All right, so we'll be talking about that next week. Remember to simplify your product line and you'll simplify your path to profits. That's the goal we have for you, and that's my hope for you. So I hope if you have any questions, again, put them in the comments and I'll be back to answer them. Apologize about my voice issue this morning. It's just one of those days. It's our first real fall day in Colorado today. It's sort of misty out and cold and getting close to freezing around here. So that's exciting. I'm going to check your comments here. Good morning, Sarah, Lori. Hi. Crafting Nanny. Ginger said, I just got a big order, big for me anyway, which I will have to special order the yarn all in black. Oh no. The order will pay for my holidays. That is exciting. I'm so glad it happened so early in the season for you that you have time to create the create the products and get that order done and pay for your holidays. That's awesome. All right. Thank you all for being here. Again, I apologize about the sound. I hope there was a nugget in there that was helpful for you. I was planning on diving a little bit deeper, but with my voice issues today, I don't want to get sick. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. All right, can we trade? It's almost 30 Celsius with humidity here. Oh, yucky. Yeah, it's beautiful and cool and fall-like. Today I'm going to have to go harvest all my carrots, I think, before the freezes come. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Come back again next week. Hopefully my voice will be better. And we're going to deep dive into your holiday listings and how to get more eyes on your listings and more sales and more profits in your bank account. All right. Thanks for being here. Bye.